Have you ever wished you could do something that always interested you, but wasn't sure you'd ever get that opportunity? Maybe it was something you added to a bucket list, but didn't think it would actually happen? For as long as I can remember, I've always loved trains, especially the locomotives, and I always imagined what it would be like to operate one. Well, that wish has actually come true because in this video, I'm going to get behind the throttle and operate a steam locomotive. This is possible because the people over at Pioneer Coal Mine Tunnel in Ashland, Pennsylvania put on an event for the public called Hand on the Throttle Experience. Everyone who signed up for the 3-day event gets 30 minutes behind the controls of a really neat little steam locomotive. If you've ever wondered what this is like, well, come along with me and we can experience it together. By the way, the thing I'm looking forward to the most is this. So some of you may be wondering, how did I come across this awesome opportunity to operate a steam locomotive? Well, this event is put on by the Pioneer Coal Mine Tunnel here in Ashland, Pennsylvania. This is actually their second time doing it. They offered it in the fall of 2023, and this is their first multi-day event here, spring of 2024. Originally it was going to be a Saturday and Sunday here in April, but it actually sold out really quick, so they added on a third day, Friday. So it operated Friday, Saturday, today being Sunday, the last day. And the way it works is with time slots. When they released the announcement, you had to basically contact them via email, tell them which time slot you would like, or choose which ones are available, and pay your fee, which in this case was $60. That gives you a 30-minute time slot to operate the locomotive from the station out to the end and back. So you have a 30-minute ride behind the controls, operating the brake, the throttle, the bell, and the whistle. The way I found out about this is through my good friend Jamie Macon. She's actually here today. You'll probably see her somewhere throughout the video. And she did it the first time they had it in 2023. And she told me they're probably going to do it again in 2024, probably around springtime. And she said, as soon as I found out about it, I'll let you know. And she did. I was able to sign up as one of the fortunate people to get a time slot. RJ signed up with me as well. So I'm doing 12 to 12:30. RJ's doing 12:30 to 1, I believe. But Jamie's actually doing a lot more with this event. She's not only helping out with the signing of the waivers and the time slots of people here today and this weekend, but she actually took part in part of the restoration of the paint job I just received, where it debuted as what you see it as today. So she basically has a hands-on experience, not only operating it, but getting a new paint job on it, and also working with the public to ensure that everything is covered for their experience today. Now, if you are interested in doing this for yourself, I definitely recommend you follow their Facebook page. That's where it does get announced. It is rumored right now they're going to do it again in the fall of 2024, just outside of the season closing of the mine. So if you do want to do this experience for yourself, which is open to anyone, make sure you follow their Facebook page for announcements. And when the announcement does come out, you basically have to act on it right then and there. Secure your spot. That way you're ensured a dedicated spot on the weekend to operate the locomotive. As mentioned, I am here with some friends today, and they are right here under the station. None other than Jamie Macon and RJ. It's mine and RJ's first time operating the locomotive. Jamie already did it. No one likes a bragger, but we'll be able to brag ourselves pretty soon too. Now, for some of you who've been watching for a long time, you may remember I was actually here back in 2020 where I did host a meetup event. That guy was here, Jamie was here. Basically, it was a meetup event for a bunch of us to come do the coal mine tour and to get pulled behind the train on the train ride. Back then, though, the train had a different name. It's known as the Henry Clay Number 1. As you can see today, it's got a new name, new numbering. So let me take a few moments to tell you more about the history of this locomotive. The engine known as Henry Clay is a working coal-burning narrow-gauge 040 steam locomotive used to pull passenger mine tourist trains almost a mile along the side of Mahanoy Mountain at the Pioneer Coal Mine Tunnel in Ashland, Pennsylvania. Originally known as Lehigh Coal Valley Company number 123, Henry Clay is a 42-inch gauge 040 saddle tank locomotive, which was built in 1927 by the Vulcan Iron Works in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. During its first working life in a mine in Pennsylvania's anthracite region, it was used to shunt coal bogies from the mine mouth to the breaker. These diminutive Spartan steam engines were referred to as Lokis. With the saddle tank filled, the Henry Clay weighs about 30 tons. Unlike most coal-burning steam locomotives, this engine utilizes anthracite coal as a fuel source and was actually sold for scrap in the 1960s. The site known as the Pioneer Tunnel was originally a working coal mine that operated in the 1910s to 1930s before being shut down when the Depression hit. The site remained closed until a local group worked to convert it into a tourist attraction, and someone on the board of directors at the time felt that the attraction should have an operational steam-powered train, so two former Lehigh Valley Coal Company 040 engines, number 123 and number 119, were saved from the scrapyard. Number 123, which is now known as Henry Clay, was restored and still continues to operate at the Pioneer Tunnel coal mine, while number 119 serves as a backup engine currently being stored away in the shed awaiting restoration. In 2018, the Henry Clay received a complete ground-up rebuild to correct some major mechanical and boiler headaches, and here in 2024, it is repainted back to its old name of the Lehigh Valley Coal Company number 123. With the history they shared of the former Henry Clay number 1, now numbered 123, I did talk about another locomotive, number 119. 119 is actually inside the garage there, inside the Loki shed. It's actually undergoing restoration, so all the proceeds from this event are going into that restoration to help finish it off. And that will be a actual working locomotive. They're only 1 year apart in date, and they're both going to be used here in operation at the Pioneer Mine Tunnel. My time slot is at 12 o'clock. It's just about 11 o'clock now. I have about an hour to kill, so I figured we'll take this time to see her in action. If you've never been here before either, I definitely suggest checking it out. This is one of 3 coal mine tours in the area. You have this one, Pioneer Tunnel. You have Lansford number 9 in Lansford, Pennsylvania, just outside of Jim Thorpe, and the Locomotive coal mine tour in Taylor, Pennsylvania. This one is the only one though that offers a steam trade ride as well. So not only can you do the inside mine tour, you get pulled behind the locomotive for a train ride, which will teach more about the anthracite history here in Coal Valley or Coal Country. They do have a number of different exhibits, some pieces of equipment out here. There is a gift shop as well with things you can purchase that are mine related or local to the area. Plenty of photo opportunities. The fan is up there for ventilating the mine, and there's other various pieces of things on display, large chunks of coal, another little Loki type engine with I think that's a gasoline engine if I'm not mistaken, loaded coal car, bathroom facilities, and there's also like a little kids area down there with picnic tables, a little playground area. You could definitely spend a few hours here learning about coal mining. This is also just a short distance away. Right across that valley is Centralia, Pennsylvania, the now ghost town, which was subjected to the underground mine fire. Government eminent domained all the homes, and there's only less than a handful of residents still there today, and it's basically just empty streets. The mine fire has moved on from underneath Centralia, but it is burning closer to Ashland and I believe Shenandoah, if I'm not mistaken, along Big Mine Run Road. You can still see steam coming out if you know where to look, but we are that close to Centralia, and they do talk about it here on the coal mine tour and train ride. My time has finally arrived. I'm going to be boarding the locomotive, getting behind the controls, and for this momentous occasion I'm going to be documenting it with 3 different cameras. So I'm going to be having this camera right here, so you're going to have a point of view shot behind the controls as if you're operating it yourself. The camera you're watching on is going to be manned by RJ inside the cab to be able to see me operating it, see the innards of the locomotive cab. And I do have my 3rd camera, my Panasonic, which is going to be stationary out here by the station. It's going to show me departing and arriving, and you'll be able to have 3 different points of view, 3 different perspectives of operating a steam locomotive.
You're gonna know this guy. Jump on up, buddy. You coming along?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Go over there.
Yep.
Oh, toasty warm.
Oh yeah, very warm.
You know anything a little bit about him? A little bit?
Not operational wise, no.
Okay. So, we got our Johnson bar right here. This is what's going to tell us, forward or backwards. Since we're going to be going in reverse, we'll be pulling it all just about all the way backwards. We'll probably have it engaged in this slot here. This is our self-lapping brake. That's the sound of it engaging. And if you have to put it on, just make sure you swing it all the way to you, like facing you, so it can actually put it on. And exhausting completely out. John's bar would be in reverse. This is the throttle. It starts to engage that steam right about there. You'll feel the resistance like once you get there, and it doesn't take much to get it to move and start picking up steam. So you crack it open a little bit, and it'll slowly just build up that momentum and keep you going. Since we're going in reverse, we'll blow our whistle 3 times. That's this one.
Right now?
Start with your Johnson bar. We'll move that to the back. That's good.
Right there?
Right there, yeah. Since our brake is off, we don't got to worry. Now we'll go 3 blows on the whistle. And we can start slowly creeping that throttle out.
Where do I keep my left hand? Anywhere?
Anywhere, yeah. Usually I'll keep it on this one right here. Now when we're going forward, I kind of just let it dangle usually. There we go. You hear those pistons filling up? Like a car, when you get to speed, you can like dial down the throttle. We'll let it just coast right through here. Yeah. These are pretty bumpy. They need some work. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Wait till we get to the last one.
That's no different than driving on a Pennsylvania road.
How about it? Exactly. Alright, and here's our last banger. crossing coming up. Once we get a little closer, you can give the crossing signal, crossing cadence, which is 2 longs, 1 short one, and 1 long one. Go ahead, you can go ahead. You're at a great pace right here, too, by the way. Okay. Wonderful. Good time to, you can practice like letting the guy down the hill and when you're starting your bottom of the hill, start climbing up to the throttle. About 50 yards up, we like kind of crest at a hill there. Once we get up over top of that, we're gonna just let it coast all the way down.
Okay.
Maybe go ahead and throw your brake on a little bit just to give it a slow down. Go ahead and throw it on. Now you can feather it right back out. Alright, and then up where that green field is, that's that last little hill we have to climb and turn. We'll go around. Once we get up and over the hill, we'll just throttle all the way down and throw our brake on. Alright, throttle down, brake on. Throw that into, well, we can throw it all the way, but you give a whistle, 1 signal for, and then you can throw it all the way forward.
Made our trip to the top of the hill, hopefully convey through video of what it's like, both through my camera and with RJ filming. Up here at the crest right now, as you want to call it. We do have a bootleg mine area here, and we're looking down into the valley, so great view, great echo with the whistle, and that's probably my favorite part so far. But we're going to be getting back aboard. I'll be getting behind the controls once again, and this time we'll be going forward, right back to the station. And normally when you take the train right out here, it is pulling, or in this case pushing, some passenger cars, or makeshift coal cars turned into passenger cars. So this would be the space for them. They'd be tied up behind the locomotive. But today, just the locomotive itself. As you can tell, there's no tender either. It's just the locomotive by itself. That's because it doesn't use a whole lot of resources as far as coal and water. All they do is just refill it as needed when it does go back to the station. But they don't need a traditional tender just because it's not going on a really far trip, not exhausting a whole lot of its resources. So that's one thing that you'll notice. It's kind of bare, kind of exposed compared to most traditional locomotives.
That's good. Our brake is off. Now we'll give 2 signals to go forward. And when we're going forward, since we're kind of on a hill, you'll want to let that the cylinder kind of fill up slow. Like you'll hear when it starts going in, and then cars behind you, they really push it down here. Pretty on here, right here.
Okay.
Start seeing the tracks right after this turn, but I get back on the throttle. And then now you're gonna have a steady climb up. You're just gonna make it work the whole way up. Throttle down, brake on. Alright, you take it off. Now you get back right on your throttle and get out of the go. Out of the drain. And then you're ready to take your signal. 2 long, 1 short, 1 long.
Right now?
Alright, yep. Right after that 119 cab, the old cab sitting there, that's where our first switch is going to be. So once we get through the bend, you'll want to throttle down, let kind of the momentum just roll through the frog. They're even worse going back into it than they are coming out. Throw that up to neutral, so I have straight up and down. Awesome job, dude. That's great. Dude, appreciate it. Absolutely.
All right, our friend Jamie's up next. What are your thoughts?
Can't wait.
Second time doing it, right?
Second time doing it. First time doing it with a paint job that I had a hand in applying. And last time, I admit, I was pretty nervous. This time, just pure excitement. I can't wait to do
You're
it.
practically a veteran at this point.
Pretty much. I'll be teaching you guys next time.
All right, well, we'll see you somewhere on the rails, right?
All right, sounds good.
Make sure to check out her channel for her take on it. Not only just today, but the entire weekend as well, as she's been helping out both Friday and today with this event. What a freaking awesome experience. I'm not gonna be able to describe how amazing that was. Hopefully you could tell by my excitement how much I enjoyed that. That's an opportunity I couldn't pass up and that I never actually thought would come true or would ever happen. But today is the day I got to operate an actual steam locomotive. And myself and RJ were talking, and we actually kind of forgot and slipped our minds. This added to a list of things that we've done related to this. So not once but twice we operated streetcars or trolleys down at the Streetcar Trolley Museum in Baltimore, Maryland. We also operated mine locomotives at the Lansford number 9 mine. When the UGM did a group tour there, we got to operate the mine Loki. And now we operated a actual steam locomotive. Narrow gauge, small Loki, but still a steam powered locomotive. The only thing left to do now is a diesel powered locomotive. Hopefully that does happen sometime in my lifetime, but I just can't say how much fun I had. It was just beyond amazing. I do want to say thanks to Jamie Macon for not only filling me in for the information about this taking place and giving me the heads up when it's going to be released to the public to get my spot, but just for helping filming today, answering my questions I had that I shared with you about the project and everything else. She was a tremendous help, and I'm glad to see that she's involved with this project. And also the people involved with this project here at Pioneer, it's just a great group of people. They're knowledgeable, friendly, and the guy that was helping us, our trainee, I should say trainer, was really complimentary. He's like, you're doing a really good job at maintaining the speed, good on the controls. So he gave me and RJ loads of compliments, really helped boost our confidence. And I wish I could do it again. Obviously I can't do it again today, but they will be having this event again probably in the fall, and I definitely will be signing up to do it. And to have full control, you know, especially the whistle part, obviously my favorite part, it was just beyond amazing. And I'm glad I got to share it with all of you. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. Anyways, if you want to see my mine tour that I've done here back in 2020, check the link down below. And I also have links to not only their website here, but the RJ's page or channel and Jamie's channel. Feel free to check them out as well. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.